Hi guys, I'm here with part 2 of The Art of the Last of Us. Hope you guys enjoyed the first part. The book is too big to squeeze into one video with my camera's limitations. So we're going to continue on from where we left off, which was The Infected. Once again, before I get started though, there will be spoilers. I'll be talking about things that you you don't want to hear if you've not played the game yet, and even people who think that they're maybe not going to play the game or they're not interested because they've got an Xbox or maybe a Nintendo, or they just think, I just don't feel like playing it. I still advise you just to wait and think about it for a while, because it's probably one of the most important games of this generation, and you don't want someone to ruin that for you, that experience, because it's a very unique experience, and you will definitely regret it if you play the game after having watched this and you see the how good it would have been if you've not known every little secret and every little detail. And I think I never recommend buying a console for one game, but I would actually do it for this game, because I think it justifies it. If you pick up like a cheap PS3, like a second hand one that's been repaired or something off eBay, quite cheap, and then you just play this game and then you can sell the PlayStation, I think it would still be worth it. If you're just not a PlayStation fan, you've not got any intention of it, at least get it just for this game. So let's continue with the Infected section, which is actually one of the best sections because it's got lots of clickers. So straight away you're going to get lots of different sketches here. You can see how they were influenced from different games. There's lots of you can definitely see lots of Resident Evil in some of their designs, some of the early designs. Especially one image, which so you've got the Infected, then a little bit of writing there, different ways they toyed around with how the cortisone's fungus would grow out of them and stuff. Really creepy. This one reminds me of Silent Hill a lot, this image here, and some really nice watercoloured images, just shadows. Really cool stuff here. Just this one's quite impressive. Definitely don't want to meet him. This is what I meant about the kind of Resident Evil, Silent Hill influences. This here is just screams to me Resident Evil for some reason. Really cool. I like this a lot. This image is just, it's brilliant, I think. And then you can see some different things here. See an Infected running towards you there. Some really cool art here. Some really nice images here of the. I think this is where you. This is. I think this is the section where you're going through the university or the college, some kind of area, and you're going down through the dorm rooms to find a way around like a fence or a gate. And yeah, I remember going down there. It's really creepy and dusty and dark, and then they've got that big giant massive guy down there as well, and you feel really claustrophobic when you're down there, and because it's got quite a good bunch of clickers and stuff down there and Infected, and it's really creepy part of the game. It looks like it's just starting to take effect on this guy. Poor guy. And this is quite interesting here. I'm not sure what this is exactly. It looks like the fungus. It looks like how it's actually growing out and stuff. The shape, they even went through all that, how the fungus will look and how it mutates and stuff. I mean, I can't see because I'm at like a weird angle here. Yeah. Yeah, this is more of that creepy place. See some of it up against the wall there. I mean guys, this art book for £20 is really worth it. I'd highly recommend it. Lots of cool stuff. Just trying to keep the book in view for you guys. Oh, this one's a brilliant image here. Just showing the... should be a clicker there, you know, just... I don't know if I can actually zoom in there because that one is really nicely detailed. Oh shit, pulled my camera off the tripod. It's just insane, you know, that someone can come up with that. I mean, I've always been into art, and this is the type of book that I love just to look through. You know, even if you're not a fan of the game, you can appreciate it, but fans of the game will just, you know, love every page of this book. There's not one page that's, you know, filled with just stuff to fill out the book. You know, everything is quality in this. That's ugly as hell. Lots of different stances and ways, what clothes will look best on them. Really nice image here. Infected. These are the big guys that you don't want to piss off. Really cool. And this again, this is just really nice. And now we're at the section called The World, which I think is images of, well, the world, the world of The Last of Us, you know, different landscape pictures and stuff, I'm guessing. And yeah, you can see a really nice picture here. Just how isolated everything is. It's really cool down here, just in the little corner. They show, you know, some of the different symbols they were toying around with for the Fireflies logos. And you got some different posters, advertisements that you see around the world. Oh, and this section is brilliant. It looks like every weapon, every craftable upgrade, all the different bows, everything that you can get in the game to use against these, and it's just so much stuff, you know. I absolutely love that thing, you know. The one thing that this game does better than any other game is these weapons feel like these weapons. It doesn't feel like you're pressing A or X or... yeah, probably shouldn't use Xbox buttons in a PlayStation video. It doesn't feel like you're pressing the button on a controller. It feels like you're swinging something heavy at another human's skull, and you feel like it's smashing into it. It's got such a even God of War. I love that, and it's so brutal. But this game, if God of War felt like this game, God of War would be just taken to a new level, because this game the way it's so hard to describe if you've not played it, but whenever you swing, you feel like the character is throwing all his energy into that shot, you know, and you feel like you're just destroying whoever you hit with these weapons. It's done so well. That's one of the things that is really not talked about a lot with this game, that is one of its main strengths, I think, because it just makes it that much more believable. You feel the desperation. You feel the desperation in every swing. You feel the intensity, the power draining out of you. You feel your stamina going away. You feel how brutal it is when you smack someone. You feel their bones crushing. You feel you know, everything. This world is so believable. The next section is marketing, and I think this is just a small section showing some of the different posters, I'm guessing, that they had around the world. Really cool little sketch area here. More sketches down here. Some nice pictures of Joel and Ellie. And here we have some of the more iconic pictures. This one's been used quite a lot in advertisement for the game. Wallpapers for PSN and stuff. It actually looks like the cover of the game, but reversed a little bit. As a matter of fact. Yeah, it's very similar to it. Very strange art here. Not my style, this kind. It looks very weird. Interesting stuff. I love this. It's got some like logos down here, Naughty Dog and stuff. I'm guessing this could be either like a promotional poster used in some countries, or could have been, you know, an idea for the cover of the game. You got The Last of Us here. You got different. Look, here's the art book front cover. The Ellie and Joel editions of the collector's edition, and then, you know, look at what was ultimately the final design. One of my favourite pictures in this book, because it just reminds you that although you use her to kill so much in this game, and it's such a crazy world that they're in, it does just remind you that she's still a child. She's still an innocent little girl who needs a father. She's alone in this world. She might be tough. She might be able to do some of the things that she does in it, but she's still just that child that could be taken advantage of at any second, just like that. And it really makes their bond feel, you know, that much more personal, and they really are a special. They have a special bond. The final chapter is The Last of Us: American Dreams, and I think this is just based off of the little comic book series. Some cool images of Ellie in a different kind of art style, and then up here at the top, the girl who's going to be in the DLC with Ellie coming out. I think this is just shots from the comic. Don't know if it's a cover that or if it's just parts of the comic. But yeah, that's everything in the book, guys. So how many pages were there? Let me just check. I think that's 176 pages, and nothing is just like beefed out with just stuff to fill the pages. It's all quality in there, and you're gonna love looking at that in person. Just before we finish here then, I just want to say it's definitely my game of the year. I'm gonna make a game of the year video, but there's I think it's obvious from the way I'm talking about it that you guys are gonna know that this is my game of the year. It's not got the advantage that the original Bioshock has, that the nostalgia value that after having let it sit away for a few years, my memories of Bioshock are really powerful, whereas this game's still fresh in my mind, so it doesn't have that nostalgia feel just yet, but I can tell a few years down the line this is going to be one of those games that I really think about as important, and definitely one of the games that, you know, really gave me a great experience, and one of the reasons why I enjoy gaming so much. But yeah, please guys, go out and get the art book. Definitely go out and get the game if you've not play and look at the art book. It's just such a great game. The level of detail in the game, the story, the design of the world, like I was talking about, the weapons, the way they feel, the characters, the voicing, the music, the atmosphere, everything in it is just perfect. And some of the people who complain about the fact that Ellie kind of walks right in front of the enemies at times and stuff, you know, but when you're controlling Joel and they don't react, but you know, you've still got to remember it's a game. You can't make it so realistic, you know, that otherwise it just wouldn't work, you know, that the game just wouldn't be playable because the AI is not a real person. You can't do that. So I really think you're kind of being harsh if you say anything bad about this game, because it's a perfect 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And unlike the people on IGN and stuff, you know, I don't think every game needs to get an 8 out of 10 and stuff, because for me a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 is a really strong score. If I'm viewing something, I very rarely give a game a 10, but for this I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. And I'm going to stop now, guys. That's part 2 finished. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the PlayStation 4 unboxing.